how to build your brand on LinkedIn. Okay, so then I'm going to walk you through my LinkedIn brand method. This is what I'm going to guide you through here. So first is the V, which is all about building a magnetic profile for your target audience. R is to reach out and grow your network intentionally. A, amplify your authority with content. N, nurture relationships with meaningful engagement. And D is to drive conversion with strategic calls to action. So this is what I'm going to be walking you through the brand method. If you like, I'm going to take a moment. If you want to just take a screenshot of this, for those who want to just take a screenshot, I'll give you a moment and I'll move into the next section here. All right, so I'm going to cover the brand method on how to get more clients. Okay, so the first is the B, building a magnetic profile for your target audience. Did you know that you are 40 times more likely to receive opportunities with an optimized profile? 40 times, that is huge. This is why this is the foundation to building a strong brand. Number one, you want to craft a client-centric headline and about section where you speak directly to who you help, how you help them, and the results you deliver. Right? So I want to ask you, like, who is your target audience? What is your niche? Right? When you think about the business you're in, the coaching that you do, who do you really serve? Type in the Q&A here to let me know, right? Who is that? It all starts from there because you want to speak to your audience to magnetize, to attract them into your following, your audience, into your DMs there. That's the first piece. Number two is to design a professional and captivating banner. So this is really around that branding piece, the packaging. You can use this space to highlight your unique value proposition and to really have a great branding visual to engage with your audience. The third is to showcase credibility with testimonials and key achievements. You can use the feature section and experience section to highlight client successes and your expertise. I'm going to share with you some examples as case studies, okay, of what I mean here. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make with their LinkedIn profile is really using it as more an online resume of what they've done versus how they can help their clients or audience. So it's really putting on that marketing hat of who is my audience, what are their pain points, what do they care about, and how can I best serve them? So when we start thinking from that lens, the way you write your profile would be very different. It's less about you, but more about them. So I'll give you a case study here. My client here, Erica, she doubled her monthly sales and attracting her dream clients with an elevated LinkedIn profile. So as you can see here, like the before transformation, what she had here, and then the after transformation. And one of the key things we did was one, getting clear on her niche of who does she serve, right? Getting really clear at serving like mid-level senior professionals to break into new roles and advance their careers. And in her banner section, she talks about, I help you propel your career forward, which has like a method, a methodology, a framework of how she'll get clients results of the journey there. And in her about section, she elaborates further of that method. So that's something that she did. And now she's attracting like more of those her dream clients now. And when you think about when you attract your dream clients, the conversion becomes a lot easier, right? Because you're really clear on who you serve. Another profile here is my other client, Maya here, who has over 100,000 followers. And the way she stands out is that she has very specific messaging, credible social proof, and a crystal clear offering that speaks directly to her target audience. So you can see here in her banner, breakthrough to executive roles. So she's a career coach, but executive career coach and helping people get into executive roles, helping them in professionals in tech level up into senior manager, director, and VP roles. So very, very specific of who she serves. And what I love about it in her services section, this is something you can turn on. A lot of people don't use this, but if you're in a business, you want to turn the service section on as well, where you can add testimonials. So in this case, she added her video testimonials with specific messaging here of going from director to VP, underappreciated to rock star, no clear path to clarity. So very captivating there. And under her feature section, she showcases her program. 13-week coaching program to make you executive ready. So a very, very clear offering there. Okay. So I'm going to also share with you my example, and I'll go into LinkedIn as well. Flip into this. I'll show you here is if you look at my section, I'll show you here is I also have in my services page, like video testimonials in my feature section of ways to work with me there. So the goal here is you want to turn your LinkedIn profile into a magnetic sales page, right? So instead of thinking of traditional, this is like an online resume where I just indicate the things that I've done in the past, you really want to put on the hat of a marketer and a salesperson and really think about your audience of what do they care about. Okay, so let me see if I can share my screen here quickly. I'll share with you, go in here of my profile here. You can see, so we can see here like the banner, right, that we talked about, right? How to become an in-demand coach with an influential brand online. So this is like your marketing soundbite that you can use over and over, right? And then in your headline, one of the key things of the headline is most people just put their job title. You can use that as well, but you really want to think about what are some, what we call impact statements, value prop statements, credibility statements. Anything that you can quantify to qualify would be very impactful. Okay, to add. And this is something you can tweak. Like I play around with this every quarter or so. So this is a great way to tweak of what works there. And then in the about section, this is where what I call the prime real estate. By default, most people will have maybe like a one-liner of X years of experience with expertise in this. This is very, very boring. You really want to turn it into like a conversation starter. So you can really think about highlighting a bit of who you are, who you help, what you offer, proven success, the social proof, your journey approach, what's your methodology, your credentials to give you also that credibility. Going back to that standout strategy principle is you want to elevate the credibility, right? And the marketability to be in demand. So this is a section that most people don't turn on, but if you are in business, I highly recommend turning this services section on, because when you look at it, after the about section, it goes into the services section of what you offer. I would argue when just through a lot of my research, most people don't have this, but when you have it, it stands out. So what you can do here is you can add testimonials, right? You can have written testimonials as an image, or you can do video testimonials. So in my case, I have videos and I just link them through the YouTube here. Okay. You can also get people to add in a review, a testimony, get a client to submit a review, right? Currently, they have up to 20 that you can have in there, okay? And then in your feature section, this is like one of my favorite sections is the feature section where you can have anything, whether it's book a call with you, share a bit about your program, your offerings. You can also have testimonials in here as well. You can also have, if you have the premium version of LinkedIn, you can also add the recommendations that's below the profile into here so that it's more prominent there. Okay. Now, this is my other favorite section that most people underutilize. This is what I call prime real estate space. In the experience section, instead of default of your online resume of what you've done in the past, think of being a marketer, right? Of who are you attracting. So most people will put a job title, right? By default, right? This is what I used to do as well. But this, as I do more of these helping clients, is we look at, okay, what's something that's going to catch their eye? So in my case, it would be build a six-figure business with top personal branding expert, LinkedIn expert, and business growth strategist. So you can see here that I still have my title, and then you add in your accolades or credentials, and then you have what we call a goal or a value prop statement. Okay, so then essentially then you can talk about your offering, of what you offer, what it does, and then give a little bit more info about you there. Okay. And what I love is most people don't do this is you can also add media here, which is videos. So in this case, I have like a free resource, like free videos that people can watch my content to really build a know, like, and trust factor there. Okay. Yeah, like here you can add a lot of testimonials. So it's something most people don't do, but when you do it, this is really going to elevate the whole visual aspect of it there. Okay. And you can see here, even for me, I have as a LinkedIn instructor, I add all my courses here as well that people just click on out there. Okay. What else I wanted to share? Okay, so this section, skills section, I highly recommend also identifying your top skills. Even like your top 10, you can go up to, I think, 50, 60 skills. The reason being you want to have your skills section is really for search engine optimization purpose, is to help you to be more searchable and found there. Okay, so that's something I do recommend having. And then this one, the recommendation section, it's great to get testimonials. So one of my best advice is that if you're serving clients, ask them to give you a review, a recommendation on LinkedIn. Or if you're a speaker and you give talks or a trainer, after every talk, ask them to also give you that recommendation. Okay, so over the years, you see I've accumulated over almost 200 of them there. Okay, so that's a little bit about the review of the profile. So I saw a question here is, should we go for LinkedIn Premium? That's a great question. That is a great question. I get this question all the time. So I would say if you plan on using LinkedIn actively, meaning that you want to network with people and to search for leads and get more clients, it's great to have that. But if you're just using it more for viewing and really more like researching, you don't really need it. The purpose of having LinkedIn Premium are a few things. Number one, you have more in-mail credits, meaning you can reach out to more people. Number two is you also have more, what's the word? More search functions, capabilities, and you can search more people. Because with the free version, once you do a lot of searches, you'll hit a cap and you're no longer can search until the next month there. So that's the benefit of having LinkedIn Premium. The other benefit I would say is if you want to feature any testimonials in the feature section, that is a premium feature there. Okay. All right. Okay, the other question, Sales Navigator. I get that asked a lot as well. Do I recommend Sales Navigator? I've used it as well. It is, I would say, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is designed for those who are really hardcore in sales. So meaning if I've seen some folks where if you hire, let's say, an agency to help you generate a lot of leads, they do require you having Sales Navigator. And essentially the difference between Premium and Sales Navigator is you have more search capabilities. It is a little bit more, what's the word, robust, a bit also clunky, meaning if you're not familiar with how to do search functions, like the Boolean search strings of searching for leads, you don't really need it. But if you plan on doing like if you want to generate hundreds of leads on a monthly basis, definitely then having Sales Navigator, it's good there. I personally don't use it. I've tried it. I find it's almost like a bit too robust for my needs there. I just have the premium version there.